So if we take the tape measure tool and measure, you can see from here to here is 8 feet in the distance. And that's what we want. We want a nice, big, wide opening here. And with the tape measure tool still active, let's zoom extents and click back on that tape measure tool. And let's space plan out the area for the kitchen, specifically creating the cabinets and the island in the top section of this model. Let's pan over, scroll in to get a little bit closer. And let's say we want a cabinet running along the top wall here. Typically cabinets are 24 inches deep. So with the tape measure tool, let's create a guide from this edge here, moving our cursor down, type in 2, 4, and press enter. Now for an island to begin, you need to leave some space. So we need to leave some space from where the cabinet ends and where the island begins. Taking the tape measure tool again, click and release on the guide that we just created, move the cursor down and type in 4, 2, and press enter. 42 inches is a pretty standard size to space between the cabinet and an island. It gives enough space for 2 people to be on that side of the kitchen. Let's create another guide here to represent the depth of the actual island itself. So we'll click and release here, move our cursor down and type in 4, 8 and press enter. That's going to give us the 48 inches to this edge right here. Next, we want to create these 2 vertical edges, and we can use those with guides to help us represent how much space we want to be able to walk around the model. So 2 feet isn't going to be enough for where those previous windows were. So let's actually draw 4 feet or 48 inches with the tape measure tool. So we'll click on the tape measure tool. We'll go from this edge here, go to the right, type in 48 and hit return. We'll go from this edge here, click and release, go to the left, type in 48 and hit return. Now that we have all the guides needed, we can simply use the rectangle tool and we can draw a rectangle from this endpoint here all the way over to this point here. And then from this point here all the way to here. Let's scroll out and orbit over to see the rest of the model. And we can note now that we no longer need the guides. And we can delete these guides in 2 different ways. One way is by actually taking the eraser and erasing the guide itself just by dragging over it. But this can be a little tricky in that you can accidentally erase some of your line work, some of your geometry. So we don't want to do that. A quicker way to erase all the guides is to click on the Search Sketchup toolbar and type in delete. Notice in the search the option for delete guides. Go ahead and click on that, and that will delete every guide in the model. With the walls, the doors, the windows, and now the cabinets and island in place, we now can fill up the room and program it with furniture. Like the 2D floor plan and windows we created, furniture symbols can be used to explore different room configurations. Rather than creating these from scratch, let's see how we can search the 3D warehouse or use existing 2D furniture symbols to place them within the model. So here's where our end goal will be. We're looking to place furniture to represent the living area, the dining area, a bathroom, a smaller bedroom, and then a master bedroom. Over on the right, we can search in the components icon. And within the 3D warehouse, we can search for 2D furniture and hit return. Now, depending how specific you're searching, you can find various different types of symbols to represent configurations and items that you want. For example, I could download just this object right here and then place it in the model by click and release. However, I'm going to undo that. For training purposes, instead of searching the warehouse, I've already provided a series of components in this template file that we can simply download. To find that, click on the home icon in the components library and notice the 2D furniture swatch here. Click and release on it to download it, and now move it into the model space. I'm going to pan the screen down a little bit or zoom out, and I'm just going to place it somewhere up here in the model space so that it's in the model. If you do not see this component available in the home icon, you can search for it in the 3D warehouse, searching for 2D furniture, Sketchup schools, and you should see a symbol similar to the one that is shown here. With the component in the file, this is actually a component inside of a component. So all of the subcomponents need to be able to be modified and moved. We can't see them right now because they're nested inside of this larger component. With your cursor over the object, right-click on it and select Explode. Notice two things that happen. One, in the model, you now see, we take the Select tool, we see that we can now click on each individual object to then move it. We also notice over here in our component palette that all of the other components are now available here to reference.